What's up, everybody? This week I wanted to talk to you about week 2 finishing up and what's going on in week 3, moving forward, what to expect, everything else kind of going on. So the big thing with finishing up week 2 is actually I just finished going through the non-clients for Holland, and actually the pounds and inches were very, very good. Again, this week we're more focused on the inches. Now, again, keep in mind for some of you, and I know that this is a little TMI for some people, but if you're a female and you have to deal with certain things on a monthly basis, you will retain water and gain weight. Okay, that's natural. So understand that if that is occurring, your numbers may be skewed. Next week you'll probably be in for a big week. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way because there was actually a couple of those. So just be aware of that does affect this, right? Like whenever you retain water or you're bloated, that will affect inches and weight. So keep that in mind. But overall, very, very good with the inches. Very, very, very impressed. Now, the thing that I want you to look at when you look through the progress reports, and the reason that we ask for your starting information and then end of week 1, end of week 2, right? End of week 3, all the way through, is because we want to see not only your weekly progress, but your overall progress. So like Matt has talked about 100 times, and like we all preach to you, healthy fat loss is 1 to 3 pounds in a week, right? Like 3 pounds is unbelievable. 1 pound is about average. If you look at Katie Krazan, for example, when she lost 100 pounds over the course of a year, divide that up, 52 weeks, right? That's less than 2 pounds a week, okay? So were there weeks where Katie didn't lose any weight? Yeah, there was, okay? But you have to stay the course, and then I think if you told anybody I lost 100 pounds in a year, they would find that to be pretty darn phenomenal. So look at the bigger picture on stuff, okay? Just because you may have gained a pound back, remember, we added carbs back, so you're going to gain that water weight. So in all actuality, you probably lost a good pound or 2 of fat because you gained all that water weight back. So look at not just week 1 or week 2, but look at the overall picture as well. So if you've lost, let's say you lost 7 pounds the first week, and the second week you gained 3 back. You're still at 4 pounds lost, and those are healthy pounds. Those are good pounds to be down. And that's over the course of 2 weeks. That's still 2 pounds a week. Very good, very healthy fat loss. Same thing with inches. As the inches start to go down, they start adding up. So if you lost 3 inches this week, 3 inches last week, that's 6 inches. You times that by 6 weeks, 3 inches, that's 18 inches. That's a ton. That's 1.5 feet of you that is gone. That's incredible when you look over the course of 6 weeks. The problem is we expect, I think some people expect so much so fast. And what we really have to remember is, and I have to remember this too, is even when I started diet, I think, well, I'm a trainer, I've been working out forever, it should just fall off. And it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen for me. It doesn't happen for any of our trainers. It doesn't happen for anybody on the planet. Weight doesn't just fall off. Now, it's one of those things to where once you've dieted and once you've learned healthy eating habits and you know what to eat and how to eat it, it's just a matter of time, right? And you should feel confident about that. You know that the process you're going through works. You know that if you are disciplined and you stick with it, it will work. So I encourage you to do that because it is super, super important, all right? The one thing, though, I did have a few questions on, and I did want to address it, is going into week 3, the day after your cheat meal is your first deplete minus 20, okay? Now, deplete minus 20%, it should be in your macros, okay? There's a deplete minus 20%, but the goal of that day is you're not going to have any carbs. It's back to pretty much a no-carb day, but you have 20% less fats. And what this is designed to do is try to negate your cheat meal as much as possible, okay? We really want to negate that cheat meal. And so adding a deplete day back in tends to take care of some of that water weight and some of that bloat that you might get after a big cheat meal. So that's why we do it. So be aware to make sure you read through the game plan. It's in the files section on the Facebook page. Official game plan, week 3, week 4, okay? It's right in there, and everything's put up for you. So the other thing that you're going to notice, too, going forward is that as you diet, it tends to get a little bit harder and a little bit harder and a little bit harder. Not only from a food intake standpoint, because you'll notice we're adding, the deplete minus 20 now, and probably by week 5 or 6, we might even add the 30, right? Depending on how everybody's doing. But the goal is we want your body so efficient and burning fat so efficiently that even I remember last challenge, 3 weeks after the diet, people were like, I'm still losing weight because their body has become so efficient. And that's awesome. That's ultimately what we want, is we want to teach you how to eat properly and how to get that body turning into a fat burning furnace, right? So that's ultimately our goal. So be aware that it does get a little bit harder. Now, going into week 3, what should you expect? Your pounds should start to go back down now. Now that the carbs are in us, right, we're not depleting anymore. Our body should be used to burning fat and carbohydrates by now. So you will see the pounds start to come back down, okay? You will see the inches continue to go down. That is all normal now going into week 3. The biggest problem that most boot campers have, and it happens in week 3 and 4, is now the grind starts to set in, right? So this is where we separate kind of the people who are going to have phenomenal results and the people who are going to have okay results. What am I talking about? Well, here's what happens. Is week 3 and 4, we don't see the end in sight, right? Like, okay, there's not really a whole lot of change this week. I'm doing almost the same thing I was last week. It's a grind week. So is week 4, it's a grind week. And then week 5, we can start to see the finish line. Week 6, we can definitely see the finish line. So last week, everybody's really, really motivated week 5 and week 6, right? Week 6 especially. So what I always tell people is these challenges, okay, and these diet programs are really typically won and lost in week 3 and 4. The difference between phenomenal results and good results is week 3 and 4, because what happens is typically this is where the did you deviate from the diet question turns into 90% no to 70% no. Okay, and it happens every challenge, and the reason is because you don't see that end in sight. You're like, oh, I've done really good for 2 weeks, I deserve this, I deserve that, and you don't. You stop. You don't. You do deserve something for all your hard work. And you know what you deserve? The pounds and inches that you've lost, and you deserve to keep being amazing, and you deserve to keep going on. You do not deserve brownies, pizza, ice cream, or whatever else it is that you love more than anything. For me, it would be Twizzlers and Froyo, right? That would be like my favorite thing. However, that's not what we deserve. We deserve to continue to get the results that we've gotten, to continue to be amazing. And so week 3 and week 4, it is so essential that you do not compromise. Do not reward yourself before you deserve it. Do not do anything outside of the plan. Stick to the plan, because what happens is I don't want to see you, well, I lost 1 or 2 pounds. Oh, well, I lost 1 or 2 inches and I added a cheat and I accidentally did this and I accidentally did that and I got creative here and I got lazy here and I didn't fit all my meals in, or blah, 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 whatever it is. These are the 2 weeks that this happens, guys. Please don't let that be you. I promise you, if you don't cheat these next 2 weeks, we are going to literally have the best challenge results we have ever had in our history, which means in boot camp history, because our challenges literally have been the #1 results in boot camp history. I want to beat that right now, and we have the opportunity. You guys are doing that well, and I don't want you to think that you're not, because you truly are. Everybody collectively as a group is doing that phenomenal, that this could be the best we have ever done. And it would mean the world to me to see all of you get those kind of results, to see every single one of you say, you know what, I'm going to really buckle down week 3. I'm going to take this every meal at a time. I'm going to prep my meals. I'm going to plan. I'm going to make sure I schedule everything out. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to miss a meal. I'm going to get my workouts in. I'm going to try to get an extra workout in. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that this week is the best week I can possibly have. And if you do that, I promise you the results week 3 are going to be phenomenal. Great job again. Looking forward to reading your reports next week. See you then.